How to make Valorant thumbnails. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be telling you how you can create thumbnails for Valorant. So having said that, let's just jump into the video. Now I just want to say that I'm not the greatest or the most creative person out there, so just bear with me for a little bit. I'm just basically going to show you the basic stuff on how you can make a thumbnail and how you can make it great, and then at the end of the day it depends on your creativity and how you can create it for yourself, right? So first things first, what we want to do is want to change the orientation over here, right? We want to go with something else. We're creating a project over here. I'm just going to call it Valorant over here, and I'm going to keep it 1080 by 720 because 1080 by 720, that's the resolution for the thumbnails on YouTube, so you got to keep it like that. And then for the background, we're gonna keep it transparent, RGB, 8-bit. I'll go with 16-bit, and resolution, everything looks good, everything looks great. Then we just simply click on create, and once we've created it, this is how it's gonna look like. Right now it's not a complete thumbnail. This is just like blank canvas. Now what we need to do is we need to add in some of the vector elements that we can find online. So I already have a vector element over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that. So where is it? Here we go. So this is the vector element, right? So we just drag and drop it over here, and it's gonna pop up over here, as you can see. Now we just go ahead and probably make it a little bit bigger than it should be, but yeah, I don't think we need to make it that big. We just gotta put them right here at the bottom. Yeah, I think that looks good. You can even make it smaller or bigger, whatever. So this is the layer right here, so we're just simply gonna move it over here, maybe make it a little bit smaller. But as I said before, it all depends on you, on how you define a thumbnail. I think this looks pretty good, or maybe we can put it like this, right? Next we need to go ahead and add a background. So for that, I'm gonna add like another layer, and then over here I'm gonna add another image for the background of the vector images that we can find online for Valorant. Okay, so now I have a background. I'll just place it right over here if I can. Okay, I can't. Let me try it again over here. Why can't I add that? Alright, sorry about that. I just had to convert it. Now it's been converted. Now we can go ahead and place it right over here into the background. There we go. Something like this. Something like that. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty nice. Yeah. So, of course, we need to lower or smaller it over here. Place it right over here. Something like this. Now, next what we can do is maybe we can add like, some glow effect to it. So for that, what we can do is we can add some layers, but we have to put the layers over here, right? So over here we've put the layers. Now what we'll do is take this brush tool. Where is it? I keep forgetting it. I don't know why. All right, then we take that and we say, yeah, something like this would look good. So we remove that, we put the layer at the bottom, and then we just start to outline over here where we would like this small little glow effect to be, right? Like we just want the outlines of it to glow right here like this. Yeah, something like that. Or maybe over here at the bottom, nothing too crazy, like here, something like that. I think that would look good. Actually, from over here, I think maybe something like this. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, that looks good. Then we just go with this one, a slight effect. Then let me just smaller the size of it as well, like something like that. There we go. That looks nice. Yeah, something like that. Now what we can do next is it's pretty simple. Let me just actually see if this would look nice as well. Yeah, I think this looks nice. Fade effect, but this is not the complete render. I know this looks horrible, but it looks much better than I anticipated because it's still not the final edit yet. We're gonna add some more details to it to make it even pop, right? So you can choose any color you want, like maybe even a purplish color or bluish color, right? So I think a blue color would look much better considering it has a bluish hint to it. So we could go with something like a bluish tint as well, like that, like very simple, but it's actually very dark and very gloomy. We don't want that. Let me just do that again. Okay, so usually for this, you want to go with something like this, right? Like I have like soft rounds, right? You want to go with soft round pressure point. I go with the opacity flow because it's like, very subtle. So we choose the layer over here. Let me just put it down below. So now we just go with just a simple outline so that it looks like it's glowing over here, like something like that. Yes, not too much, just a little bit of hint. There you go, much better. Now I just want to shrink it down a little bit, give it that small detail over here around the hats. Yeah, that looks much better now. Yeah, we'll go with this one as well. Yeah, something like that. See, that looks much better. Now what we can do next we need to also adjust the background for the render, right? So we click on the layer right over here, and then over here at the bottom, click on this option called create new fill or adjustment layer. We do that and we click on the color and balance. So over here we have the color and balance of that. So then we can make it darker, we can make it brighter, greener, we can go make it a little bit warmer right here, like that looks good. We can also go with shadows and highlights. We can increase or decrease some of the shadows right here, as you can see, warmer colors, but it all depends on you. But basically we want to click on the properties over here, and we would like to, over here, as you can see, we already have some overlays, soft light, we have overlay as well. We can go with these like these pre-made ones as well. These are like way too much, right? So one is a little bit saturated, this one is a little bit huey, and then we have divide, and it's basically subtract, and then we have exclusive, and just choose or which one that you like. So I basically like this overlay, it makes it a little bit darker, so I'm gonna choose that one. You can also pick whatever you want, but yeah, you can go and change some of the colors, make it more cayenne, or it's all up to you. Also, this was for the color balance. We also need to create a whiteness and color balance type over here. I think this is it. No, this is not it. Sorry about that. Let me just delete that actually. We need to adjust the brightness and stuff over here. So we can see we can go ahead and go with the brighter, or increase the contrast or decrease the contrast. It all depends on you, however you want to go ahead and do that. So brightness, the sky behind it is very not looking good. So maybe if we decrease the contrast a little bit, yeah, I think that looks much better. I mean, as long as it looks good, right? That's all that matters. Next, we need to go ahead and adjust the background a little bit. I think it's better if you did the coloring later on. I just did it to show you guys how it would maybe kind of how it will look like, but we're going to delete all of that. So now we're going to choose the background again. We're going to click on filters at the top, and over here we will have blur gallery. Basically we want to make it a little bit more cool. So over here, no, this is not what we wanted to do, but yeah, over here you can go with the blur settings, like 1 or 2 or 3, but yeah, it all depends on you, right? I think 3 looks good. 3 looks nice, right? Yeah. So over here, click on filters, and over here on blur, you will see motion blur right here. Click on motion blur, and then basically choose how you want it, vertical, horizontal, whatever you want. But I think since the background is horizontal, we'll just keep it at 0 over here. And we also would like to add, oh sorry, I closed it way too soon. All right, here we go. So over here we have the opacity as well. So you could maybe like distort it to like 50%, 30%. It all depends on you. I think that 90% looks good, but it all depends on you. Now that we have a background set, we have our character in motion, we're gonna go ahead and do the glow effect. Now is the good time, right? Now is the time where we actually set the glow. So we're gonna create 1 or 2 layers. I'm gonna put them right over here. So in the first layer, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go with this simple brush tool, as I said before. We're gonna choose that, and over here we want to grab a soft round corners, right, and make the size a little bit bigger. But we want the fill to be over here. We want to keep it soft light over here, And we also want to, yeah, that looks good. Let me just increase the size of this as well. There we go. Now we just put, like something like that. Like as you can see, that looks much better. Very subtle as well. Like we're just putting the glow over here. Now let me just a little bit smaller over here for the head as well. Like very tiny, tiny glow. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, that looks much better now. Yeah, as you can see over here, this is it. Now, another thing that you can do is you can maybe add another layer as I have already added. And in this one, you could go with a different color as well. But for this one, we're going to keep it again blue, but we're going to go with, linear light. Like this one, we're going to go with, we're going to keep it, more inward so that it's darker, closer to the subject, and then it's lighter after the subject. So something like this, there we go. Yeah, there we go. And over here as well, like that. Yeah. So now I just want to slow it down a little bit, like here. There we go. Like this one. There you go. Much better. See, looking all better already. So now next thing we can gonna do is we're gonna add another layer. But this time we want to set the glow to a little bit white. And this time the blend mode should be, I think, soft light, right? And we're gonna increase the size of the brush a little bit so that we can see, yeah, something like that. There we go. But actually we're gonna put this behind this one as well. So like this one, as you can see, now it's starting to glow. As you can see right here, starting to glow. Over here, as you can see, much better. And basically something like this. Yeah. So now, as you can see, we can keep making layers, keep, configuring colors and stuff like that. And then once we have figured it out, we should be good to go. Then you can add like funky text over here with big bold letters, whatever you want. You can also add like a frame as well. So over here, let me click over here. Let me just create another layer, put it at the top. And on this one, we can add like a frame. So for the frame, we could go with a shape tool, I believe. So you can add like a frame as well, and then you can add your funky text and you should be good to go. So something like this, right? Like keep adding or creating layers and keep adjusting your colors. Like it's a bit dark for me, so maybe I would, create another layer as well. And then over here, maybe I could go with another white color. All right. And then again, go with the brush tool. Over here again, go with the soft round edges, or maybe go with a different one. Over here we have different ones. We have wet media brushes, we have dry, we have special effects ones as well. It all depends on you, but yeah, we're gonna keep with this one. Yeah. And then again, go with the whiter glow, like over here. As you can see, now it's just completely disappearing, but you get the idea, right? Like for example, if I were to put this over here, right, and then I put this one over here underneath the other blue one, then it wouldn't be as bad, right? Like over here, like this one, right? So something like this. Now it's a little bit more lighter, but it's losing the glow effect as well. Like we go over here, we cross it, we can see over here how it would definitely look like. Then we can add more colors over here, over here. If I put this one right here, yeah, there you go. Blend mode, add some different blending over here. As you can see, we have some different blend modes that we can add. We could go with this one, vivid linear. This one looks cool. Then we can go with the different one over here. As you can see, overlay effect, and then we can choose another overlay effect for this one. But it all depends on you. Go with whatever color you think looks good, and then you are good to go. So pretty simple. That's how you do it. That's how you create Valorant thumbnails. Now, if you were wondering where I got these vectors, these images, there is a Discord server for this. So do check it out. Click on the link and you'll come across there. So do check it out. Click on the link and you'll arrive over to their Discord server. which looks like this. And over here you will see all of their free Valorant renders. So recently another person has just texted over here. So as you can see, they have a bunch of different renders over here. So you can just simply go ahead and choose whichever one you want, and you should be good to go. So that is it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment sections down below, and I'll be sure to answer them as soon as possible. So having said that, I will catch you guys in the next video, and until then, take care and goodbye.